Chapter 53 Phone Home. As the chunk of wood flew through the air, Graham and Bouncer both made a run for their HQ, running as fast as their legs could carry them, dodging and diving for any cover they can find between them and their objective. "Bouncer, come on quick!" shouted Graham at his best friend. "I'm coming, Graham, wait for me," replied Bouncer. As they neared the main building, Graham wirelessly triggered the security system. This popped open their front door, which in this case was more of a high-speed, hydraulically operated armored cat flap, more suited for the comings and goings of a juvenile T-Rex from the late Triassic period than a simple doorway. As Bouncer careered across the car park, he quite skillfully reached into his backpack and retrieved Droney. Fully recharged, he would be good to go for at least 4 hours. "Off you fly, Droney, follow that bad guy," whispered Bouncer as he launched Droney into the air whilst illuminating the bad guy with a tiny laser designator. Droney rushed into the air and locked onto the illuminated target, racing to catch the fleeing agent of what they presumed was Sepulchre. As the front door whooshed open, both Graham and Bouncer shot through, just in time to miss the equally high-speed closing action that could do you a serious injury if you got the timing even a little bit off. "Great work with Droney there, Bouncer," congratulated Graham. "Thanks, Graham. I thought it best to get some eyes in the sky, so to speak. Droney can follow that guy faster than we can," replied Bouncer. "Defo, Bouncer. I can't see how he'll manage to evade Droney, not for long at least," smiled Graham. As the array of security features started to kick in and lock down their HQ, the boys headed to the main operations room. From here they would be able to monitor both the live video streams from their HQ and Droney, as well as the stored data from the last 24 hours to try and work out just who had hidden high up in the scaffolding. "It has got to be someone from Sepulchre, Graham. It just has to be. Who else would want to spy on us?" asked Bouncer. Graham loaded up Droney's main cam view as he tore through the back streets. His AI successfully held the lock onto the fleeing agent, and would not lose him now. "Well, we'll soon find out, Bouncer, that's for sure, but I don't disagree with you," replied Graham. "See, Droney is already onto him. Heard them, whoever they may be." After a few minutes of reviewing the tapes at high speed, they could clearly see a person appear at the top of the scaffolding, wait a second or two, and then execute an equally high-speed descent of the scaffolding, followed by an outrageous runaway from the scaffolding backwards. "Graham, why are they going down and then running away backwards?" laughed Bouncer at the comical video as it continued to play in front of him. "They aren't, Bouncer," replied Graham. "I'm rewinding the video, aren't I?" "Oh yes," acknowledged Bouncer. "Can you see where they go?" "No, I think we will have to use the last timestamp and surrounding street cams to try and track them. We can double-check this against where Droney follows them too. I can see no reason they don't return to their main operations building, and also why they think we'd be following them. Droney is very good at his job." After another 30 minutes they had the answer they needed. Both the frantic CityCam search and Droney had Leah back to the same place. As the image cleared on each monitor, the unmistakable profile of Solar's towers came into view. "I'm starting to get a little sick of looking at that place," said Graham out loud. "Me too, Graham, but at least we know now, hey?" "Yes, I suppose so, but it is all getting a little tired, Bouncer. After spending a few days on the farm, I'm realizing just how much I miss it." Graham both looked and sounded dejected. "Me too, Graham, but remember we promised Ellie we would help him. We can't let him down. We didn't know at the beginning just how bad Sepulchre were, but we do now. We have to see this through." "Okay, Bouncer, let's pull what we know together and message Deli. He may be able to understand some of this." Within a few minutes they had compiled their story to date, their flight to Sweden, their escape from Sweden, their R&R at the farm, and Barnaby's surprise visit. They listed their findings from Corinna, time travel, and Lord knows what else Dr. Robert had been capable of. They organized the questions they needed answers to in the hope Deli would have some. After recording their video message and transmitting it, they knew it would not be long until they got a response. They just did not know where it would lead them.